Warm welcome and greetings all the viewers to the second episode of Samvaad. Previously we discussed brief introduction to the admission procedure of PhD program at IGNOU. If I would like to brief the summary of previous discussions, we had an overview of the admission procedure where it has been briefed that the university is following UGC regulations in toto, where UGC has mandated that the university has to take admission based on the net score since from July 2024, and based on the net score, candidates will be called for the interview. The procedure for application is through online mode. University advertises in 2 daily newspapers, and the application link always activated through its website, and any student sitting at any corner may fill up the PhD application form online. The university takes admission for July session of every year, and based on the net score, eligible students shall be called for the interview. In interview, the candidates who are having JRF are directly called for the interview. The candidates who are non-JRF but secured net score for PhD admission, with eligibility for PhD admission, they shall be called for interview, but in their case 70% weightage shall be given to the net score and 30% weightage shall be given to the marks scored in the interview. Then the merit list combinedly will be declared on the IGNOU's website, and shortlisted candidates are also communicated through email. Selected candidates, they will be also given the offer letter, provisional admission offer letter. After submission of admission fees, the candidates will be confirmed for PhD admissions in IGNOU. This is the admission procedure. We also discussed the recognition of IGNOU PhD degree. The IGNOU PhD degree is offered only through regular mode, and there is no distance mode PhD. However, whatever distance mode PhD we are mentioning in your information brochure, that is a discipline or area of research, and IGNOU is not offering PhD program through any regional centers. The program is offered through headquarters only. Now, post admission, what is the procedure and what are the mechanisms for PhD research? After admission, the university conducts the coursework classes at the discipline level in IGNOU headquarters at Maidangadi, New Delhi. There are dedicated 21 school of studies, and there are 44 different disciplines of research where the research on various areas of discipline of research is conducted. We are having the disciplines in science domain also. The university is offering PhD in physics, PhD in life science, PhD in biochemistry, PhD in stats, PhD in mathematics. The university is also offering PhD in social sciences. There is a huge school of study in the social science discipline, and the university is also offering various programs, PhD programs, which are offered in the allied disciplines like fine arts, dance, music. The university is also offering PhD program in computer and information science, library science. There are various other allied disciplines like vocational education, continuing education, gender and women studies, social work, and the university is also offering program in inter and transdisciplinary areas. When it comes to the languages, the university is also offering PhD program in Hindi, English, Sanskrit, Arabic studies, Urdu, French, and some other languages. So basically, wide areas of research are available for applying. The students who want to pursue PhD from IGNOU, they are offered quality standard PhD program with the maintenance of the quality standards as envisaged by the University Grants Commission and any other bodies. And when it comes to the standards, the university is also having a institutional ethics committee and the guidelines and standard operating procedures for the institutional ethical committee clearance of PhD research. The areas where human participation is required, if students want to pursue PhD research on human participants, or they are conducting any type of survey or any experimental design is involved in their research where the ethical clearance is required, the university is strictly following the regulations, guidelines issued by the respective agencies, and the university is also following publication standards and plagiarism measures as per the University Grants Commission's directives. Up to 10% plagiarism is allowed as per the UGC. Same rule is also followed in the university, and as earlier too I have mentioned that the university is also following the reservation policy of Government of India and University Grants Commission. In reservation policy specifically, if I want to talk, we can focus on the reservation concerned to the physically disabled candidates too, because many times there may be few candidates but concerns are expressed from various agencies and various social workers, how university is accommodating the physical disabled candidates in its research. So we are also having policy for the reservation of the physical disabled candidates. 5% reservation is applicable in their respective categories. If a candidate belongs to general category or any reserved category, across their respective categories, 5% reservation is applicable to such candidates also. And through our university, there are few candidates belonging to physically disabled categories who have completed successfully their PhDs, and they have got awarded the PhD degree. When it comes to the research in the science areas where experimental design is required, basically whenever candidates from various universities would like to pursue PhD from IGNOU, they may be having various concerns in their minds. We are providing the high quality standards of research in science disciplines also. Wherever the laboratories are not available with the university, where a specific requirement is there for scientific research and conduct of experimental design, in such cases we are collaborating from other institutions where such facilities are available, and our students, they go for particular experiment to pursue in their laboratories. We are also having the facility as per the UGC guidelines Co-supervisor can be opted from outside universities wherever such laboratory facilities are available and our students are successfully conducting such research and submitting their thesis. When it comes to the quality of publications, the university has mandated minimum one research publication as a criteria for eligibility for the submission of the thesis and presentation of 2 papers in any seminar or conferences. So this is also maintaining the standard of the thesis, and we are also encouraging our students to publish more papers in the peer-reviewed journals while they pursue their PhD studies prior to the submission of the thesis. When it comes to the monitoring of the PhD research, we are having a rigorous mechanism for the monitoring of the PhD research. We are having discipline-specific doctoral research committees which will regularly monitor the progress of the PhD program. They have to present before the doctoral research committee their progress reports, and if doctoral research committee finds that there are any suggestions, modifications in the research required, they give such suggestions to the students, and accordingly students has to rework on their research topics. The recommendation of the doctoral research committee are placed before the school boards, and finally the recommendation of the school boards come to the research council, which is the statutory body for the approval of all the aspects of the PhD research. And if any ethical clearance is required prior the approval of the topic of any PhD research, prior going to get the approval of the PhD topic through the research council, the matter is placed before the institutional ethics committee. The institutional ethics committee is having wide range of representation as per the ICMR guidelines, and the representation includes the experts from medical backgrounds, legal backgrounds, experts from experts like social workers, laymen, students, and subject experts. So the ethical clearance is also must wherever it is required, and all the standards are followed for the ethical clearance too. When it comes to the monitoring of the progress, as I said, a rigorous mechanism is followed. Doctoral research committee regularly monitoring the activities of the research of the PhD students apart from the research supervisor. We are having highly qualified research supervisors who are the faculty of the universities, professors, associate professors, and assistant professors. They take the admission of PhD students and allot the topics only in their area of expertise, and wherever the area of expertise required in the allied fields which are not available in the university, in such cases they can also opt for the co-supervisor from outside university or outside the discipline in the university. So such type of facilities are also extended for the research scholars. When it comes to the fellowship matter, the students who are pursuing PhD from IGNOU are getting JRF from UGC. As I briefed it that as per UGC directives, the university is taking admission based on the net score only. When I am saying based on the net score, definitely JRF candidates are accommodated, and all the JRF candidates are getting fellowship from University Grants Commission. There are fellows who are getting fellowship from CSIR in the field of science and technology. Currently, there are more than 300 PhD scholars who are getting fellowship from University Grants Commission and CSIR. In few cases where the students are not having JRF, they are getting fellowship from various funding agencies, as the funding agencies like ICMR, DBT, CSIR, ICHR. They are periodically, annually opening the applications pan-India, where all the students from India, they apply for their fellowships. And I am very happy to share that every year minimum 5 students from various disciplines, they are getting selected in various externally funded fellowship programs for pursuing their PhD research in the university, like ICSSR fellowship, ICHR fellowship, DBT fellowship, ICMR fellowship, and some other fellowships too. Apart from this, IGNOU is also funding the PhD research. IGNOU is having a flagship scheme called IGNOU Research Fellowship. 33 dedicated fellowships are awarded every year to the selected candidates. There is a mechanism. The candidates who are not in employment and not having any fellowships, they can apply based on their admission merit. A screening cum selection committee will recommend proportionately, discipline wise, the selected candidates' names to the Vice Chancellor, and post approval of the Vice Chancellor, such awards shall be communicated to the student. It means that every year 33 students are getting fellowship from IGNOU also. When it comes to the candidates who are unemployed, they are registered to PhD in part-time mode. They have to complete their coursework physically at the headquarters, and after the coursework, completion of the coursework, they can request their employer for the study leave, and during the study leave period, they can pursue full-time PhD. So, IGNOU is also having good facilities for candidates who are in employment for pursuing of their PhD degree. After this, it comes to the evaluation part. Currently, IGNOU has already awarded 1000 PhDs till date, and we are having 800 PhD scholars on roll. The evaluation mechanism is again as per the regulations of University Grants Commission. The thesis submitted shall be first subjected to the plagiarism check, and when plagiarism check is cleared, the thesis shall be submitted. The thesis is subjected to the evaluation from respective supervisor and 2 external experts. When all the 3 reports are successful and all the 3 evaluators recommend the award of PhD, then only the Viva OC for the award of PhD is conducted. The candidate has to present his or her research in an open Viva OC physically, where one of the external experts will be called for the conduct of Viva. Supervisor shall be there. The director of the school of the study shall be the chairperson of the committee, and all the faculty members and all the scholars or students, they shall be present in the open Viva OC. When the candidate successfully defends the open Viva OC, and declared that the candidate is eligible for the award of PhD degree, then only the PhD degree is conferred to the candidate. So this is the brief of journey of PhD admission and completion of PhD program at Indira Gandhi National Open University. Now coming to some of the aspects like what are the other areas where the PhD aspirants are having more concerns. Whether library facility is available at university. Of course, the university has a very good library facility with full infrastructure and dedicated staff. Physically, the research scholars may go visit to the library and study there. They may also access the journals available in the library physically. Also, they are having the provisions for the access of large soft journals through the various platforms for which university is already having subscriptions and allowing the scholars and faculty of the university to access such online material through dedicated login IDs and passwords. If a student or scholar want to access the facilities of libraries from some other institutions which are not available with the IGNOU, in such case also university has a very simple procedure where the research scholar may raise the request for such access, and the authorities at the library, they will help the students to get access to the contents of the library or any journal or any books from the other institutions. The scholars can also borrow the books or journals from the library and they can go through it. Apart from this, there are the university is also conducting a special coursework for 7 days combining all the disciplines on the research and publication ethics, which is 2 credit course. This is conducted by the research unit, dedicated monitoring nodal office available at the university, where various experts from the university and outside the university are also called, and a rigorous hands-on practice on various softwares and tools which are required for the research, which are required for the various research related matters is also given to the PhD scholars, where PhD scholars will get hands-on exposure on the advanced research tools and they can have an interaction with the external experts from the other universities. It means that the university is conducting a very high standards and quality PhD research, and any aspirant who wants to pursue PhD from Indira Gandhi National Open University may apply for the PhD at IGNOU with a very open mind, and they should not have any confusion in their minds that what would be the quality of the research in PhD program of IGNOU. Now it comes to the employment concerns. The students from IGNOU who have completed their PhD, they are already employed at various agencies for teaching faculty, for research and various other opportunities. So here I want to only say that when you want to pursue PhD from IGNOU, go ahead with open mind, and if you have any concerns, you communicate to the research unit on the email ID researchunit@ignou.ac.in, or anytime if it is possible to you to visit to the university, visit to the dedicated nodal office research unit situated at the headquarters of the university at Maidangadi, New Delhi. I hope this has just made you empowered with the knowledge that university is providing a very good research in the PhD, and it will motivate you to apply for PhD at IGNOU. Thank you, one and all.